What does it mean to be kept? It is the night of his betrayal. At his last meal with his friends, in that room, only Jesus knows what is coming. After the meal, he speaks to them. He shares words of rebuke and encouragement and warning. There are commands and there are promises. John 14-16. This is a time of sweetness and pain. Jesus has never been so clear before with his disciples. John 16:29. And then finally he prays. Jesus prays for himself in verses 1-5, then for his disciples present and future in verses 6-26. This is his church. Jesus had taken care of his disciples when he was physically with them, but he knew that their normal life was going to end in a few hours. He was going to die. Without him, they would be exposed not just to human, but to demonic opposition. To be kept is to be kept safe. Not always physically, but always spiritually. You will be delivered up even by parents and brothers and relatives and friends, and some of you they will put to death. Verse 17. You will be hated by all for my name's sake, but not a hair of your head will perish. By your endurance you will gain your lives. Luke 21:16-19. Now to him who is able to keep you from stumbling and to present you blameless before the presence of his glory with great joy. Jude 24. Why do we need to be kept? Jesus sent his disciples into the world, but the world has hated them because they are not of the world, just as I am not of the world. Verse 14. Our true home is no longer the world. We need to be kept because we are in the world, but not of the world. We are physically in, but spiritually distinct from the world. Our values, priorities, and behaviors are different. Our true home is in heaven. The sufferings of this world and the world itself will pass away. Jesus will keep us for heaven. Jesus could have avoided the problem by asking that we be removed from danger. But instead he says, I do not ask that you take them out of the world, verse 15, but that we are protected in the midst of the danger of the world that hates us and satanic opposition. We are not kept like precious jewels in safe deposit boxes out of sight. Our worth and value is displayed for all the world to see. Why are we still in the world? The implication is that we have a role to play in the world. The Father's purpose is that the world may believe that you have sent me. Verse 21. That the world may know that you sent me and loved them even as you loved me. Verse 23. I pray also for those who will believe in me through their message. Verse 20. What do we do with the truth that we are protected? In a time when the world is increasingly unsafe and people are cascading into hopelessness and despair, the truth that we are kept safe by God leads us to trust in him boldly. It awakens us to the reality of Jesus' words in John 14. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid. Verse 27. It brings us to the place where the peace that surpasses all understanding, Philippians 4:6, resides. O Lord, keep our souls to the end and fill our anxious hearts with your peace. Amen.